Alrighty, hello again. This is Trice Justice, and we're making our way home. Where's my other? Is all right. That didn't take long.
It's unscoopable.
Good evening.
Hello,
Time to continue the way home. All right. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So, Trace.
Yeah.
I was telling Lynn, I think they fixed the stealth, or at very least vastly improved it from when we did it.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, things like if you run away from a scan and the alarm set, they don't all just flock to you.
Oh, well, that's
They
good.
actually have to look for you. And even when the alarms do go off at some point, they have to see you to know where you are.
Well, good. Well, maybe at some point we'll have to try some stuff.
Yeah.
But
We'll try it when... Sure.
I think he's been busy sailing his pirate ships.
Huh?
I said I think you've been...
I don't have a pirate ship. Although I did find out why I never overheat in stars again anymore.
Oh, yeah?
I'll never believe how cool this damn thing runs now. It runs at 28.
Oh, nice.
28. I don't even have thermal spread on the power
Gauge.
plant.
Preparing to fill space.
But while you're out there beefing around with how hot you're running or how cool you're running,
I am looking for
boo use the freaking money.
Huh? What's that?
I said while you're out there jack all crazy, I'm here making bukus of money.
What you doing?
I found out how to play this damn game.
What, only a year and a half after you started? Or
I found out how to use the game to my advantage. Since I've been playing for an hour and I've already made 100 million.
Nice.
Oh, you should have known how to do that before. Before the changes anyway. The low temperature diamonds.
No, I'm not mining. And I'm not pirating.
Not now, but I mean for the longest time, that was the sure way to just rake in the cash. Whatever you say, boss. How do you think everyone got their carriers?
Wasn't with low temp diamonds.
System scan
Here's
complete.
the mouth of all discovery, so you enlighten us.
For the longest time, that's all anyone would do.
Nope, only those doing core mining. LTDs were definitely not for, what was the thing we were doing instead of LTDs?
Here's the little trick.
Whatever.
I'll explain it once. Here's the little trick. I've been accepting wing missions to supply like gold and berenadite and all that for 50 million. And then I'm going to a station one jump away that sells gold and berenadite.
Yeah.
And buying it, bringing it back, and selling it. When I get this one load, and it's one jump, one load.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to go after my next 50 million, which is one jump. It'll have to be two loads. It'll be one load and a partial.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so those missions have come back again. Okay. Galaxy map.
This is odd.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I
Are we going to have to hear how cold your engine's running for the rest of the
No.
night?
This is odd. I've never seen this before. We have a fleet carrier, not parked around the planet, but like around the star.
Yeah, of course.
That's where they jump in at. And then they wait their 15 minutes and they jump out. Or 20 minutes, rather.
Yeah, you just found somebody en route to somewhere. You don't generally go to planets if you're en route.
Yeah, but I'm still in the bubble.
Yeah, well, they're going somewhere. So what?
Oh yeah, true. Probably charging that FSD of this 5-minute charge time is killer.
What?
5-minute charge time is so slow.
It's 20 minutes when you jump in a planet, in a system before you can jump out again. You got a
Oh
5
yeah,
minute cooldown.
that's right. There's a
And a
delay.
15-minute spin up time.
There's a delay. You have a cooldown time, and then it takes 5 minutes to charge. That's right. That's killer.
But anyways, so that's what I'm doing. Is making tons of cash or credits.
Cool.
I didn't think it was going to work, so I picked the lowest one
Mm-hmm.
in case I had to go out and mine it.
Yep.
And I went and did it, and I thought, well, son of a gun, it works. So then I started getting the 50 million ones, pop, 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 pop. And it was like, yeah, it works.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
The only catch here is that you really need to be allied with them to get the good ones.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, of course.
But since I'm doing it at Shinrada, I'm pretty well allied with everybody. And that's where I've been doing it. It's here in Shinrada.
Oh, wow. Right from Shinrada? Oh, that's sweet.
Don't you have a lot of mining missions, though?
It's not mining. It's source. It's source and return.
Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Oh, the color coding. They changed it. Okay. Neutron and white dwarfs are no longer gray.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
like a pale blue.
They always been blue.
Well,
They've always been a pale blue.
No, I don't mean visually. I mean in the galaxy map.
Yes.
Yeah, they've always been blue. I don't know where you've
Okay,
been.
they always showed the my galaxy map claimed they were gray, and a few times I was able to spot grays. They have always been in neutron
Well,
or
here's
white
your
dwarf.
conclusion.
Engage.
There's not been no hot patches, and there's
Preparing
not
to
been
fill
no
space.
updates to Horizons. So nothing has changed as of recently.
That would require, for them to change color, it would require a client update.
To engage. 4, 3, 2.
That blows your theory all to hell.
We have concentrated signal sources that have already been discovered. 2 of them. Looks like. What are they?
Fuel scooping.
But anyways, it's just one jump, making 50 million, and this is going to take 2 trips, so.
Yeah.
But
Do-
still.
Doing it in a huge cargo vessel, right?
Oh, I'm hauling 640 tons.
Nice.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Corvette.
Fuel scooping complete.
No, the cutter.
Oh, you got that on the cutter.
Something I've never seen before. New combat extraction.
You need to get out more, because what you're saying has been there forever. gets 20 million and have to kill 96 pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hunting pirates was more fun. Shame they nerfed it.
Yeah, I mean, they nerfed it to the point where you're wasting your time doing it, so.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
not
even go and get any combat.
Yeah. Guess I'll never hit Dangerous.
It'll be back when they get time to get to it.
System scan
Every day.
complete.
Oh, well, you don't get any experience. They did more than just nerf the credit gains.
You get experience every time you jump in and fight somebody. Maybe not fight-wise, but it's
Engage.
Hundreds of a point
Friendship drive.
Charging
I guess,
FTL.
I guess technically you're right.
Look, anytime you go in a combat zone, you're still learning. You're learning not to get killed.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, nice.
Fuel scooping.
I think that asteroid might be inside the cone of the white dwarf.
Could be. How's that getting into that? That's probably where Rexla is. Or somebody
No, I
getting
wouldn't
hit.
be surprised. I suspect Raxla will be in an asteroid belt orbiting a star that cannot be scooped, which is why they're stranded. Or how they got stranded, I should say. What? I'm nowhere near the... Oh, damn. Nowhere near the star, and it's already charging my, my FFC, evidently.
System scan
Yeah.
complete.
What type of star are you at?
I believe it's a white dwarf. Let me, check.
You can't scoop a white dwarf. Oh, so it's just you're near the external cone. Okay.
Yeah. That's the white dwarf, yep.
Hey, Camille. Good evening and welcome back.
Hello.
Hi, Camille.
Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing for
drive
jump.
charging.
This would be a good way for the duck to get some credits whenever he comes back on.
4,
Hmm.
3,
That's
2,
going to be filthy rich when he gets back on.
No, he's not.
Why would he be rich? He's not doing anything right now.
Well,
Buy him books and buy him books, and he looks at the pictures and each pages and doesn't understand a word. The
The
duck
duck
hasn't
should be
played
rich.
since Odyssey started.
fuel scooping.
yeah, I know,
He can't
but
be filthy
he's
rich
doing
sitting
things
in a hangar
for
somewhere.
it. He spent a week just on the dock before Odyssey.
Yeah.
Tell me he didn't get any credit?
Very little. If you remember, I was chasing
Fuel
materials.
scooping complete.
Yeah.
Warning. Temperature
I
critical.
guess, yeah.
Morning. Oh my goodness. Well, good morning then, Camille.
Good morning.
Trying to think of how far around you gotta go to get to morning.
Somewhere in Asia, I think. Like Korea or something.
Career?
Korea.
Wow, I've never heard of career.
Korea.
Well, that ain't what you said the first time.
That is what I said.
Your pronunciation was way off the first time, Philip.
There was no R.
Oh, it certainly sounded that way.
System scan.
Whether you intended it or not, it sounded it that way.
All you gotta do is go back and listen
Why
to
is it
your
server?
stream.
Sure, go ahead.
I ain't going to. I already
Engage.
Preparing for war.
I do not have an R in there.
Well, it doesn't have to be Korea. New Zealand tomorrow. I don't remember what the time is there, but it's probably wee hours in the morning.
Malaysia, okay.
Oh, okay.
Malaysia.
Wasn't far off.
Only a few thousand miles.
Malaysia from Korea.
Fuel
It's
scan.
not. Well, yes, it's a couple thousand, but
good
it's
Lord.
within
Aren't
like
you-
a certain time frame.
Just
It's
scan
in
your
the-
shit and shut up.
Similar time frame.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning.
All you want to do
temperature
is argue tonight.
Oh yeah. Busy spending hours on end trying to split a video into 3 videos.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know, having done that, I feel sorry for you, Philip. Try splitting 16 hours of video into 2-hour chunks.
Yeah. Now I'm going to keep a lot
System
closer
scan
tabs on the
complete.
time, and if I'm going to go over, I'm going to stop the video, then we start a new recording
Yes, it's-
right then and there.
Yep. Okay, 12 hours difference. That puts you an hour east of Korea. Right, it's in line with Shanghai.
Okay. See?
That's
I
as the
wasn't
crow
far.
flies. That's not traveling distance.
It's directly east and maybe a hair north, but it's a full time zone off.
Yeah.
Korea's 13 hours, if memory serves.
Depends on whether they recognize daylight savings time or not.
Yeah, true enough.
I think Korea actually does.
I couldn't say one way or the other without looking that up. Well, actually, I could look it up on my phone, which is right beside me.
Yeah, but a lot of the countries over there don't recognize daylight savings, but I'm pretty sure Korea is one of them that does.
I have no idea. Engage.
Frame shift.
Charging FTL.
I won't argue about something I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lord, 96.
Fuel scooping.
These are huge asteroid belts, though. They have a single asteroid belt that's like 5 entry points
Fuel
I've been
scooping
running
complete.
into.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Gas giant with water-based life. Oh, how nice. Well, that's good to know. So Camille says that Asian countries don't do
System scan.
daylight savings as a rule.
Yep.
They're wise beyond their time.
Although I know Shanghai does, which is in China. I don't know if all of Shanghai does, or all of China does, but I know Shanghai does. That's because I deal with Shanghai a lot at work. Engage.
Frame shift drive.
Charging FTL.
Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
Oh, Lord. This cannot be happening.
What's up?
Too many good donuts. Too many good missions. Too many good missions.
Well,
too many
take
good
them all.
missions. Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me
Anything else?
a Mercedes Benz?
Well, I found another 50 million for the same stuff that I can pick up at the same station, and I did a half a load, or over half a load on this one. So when I go back and fill up the rest on this one, I'll have enough cargo space to completely fill up the other one. So this 10 minutes just earned me 100 million.
Nice.
That would give you 50 mil per. How much would you get if you just sold the goods just out of
Well,
curiosity?
nowhere near that amount.
I don't know. Rented, let's see, sell Brenadite.
System scan
Well,
complete.
since they don't buy it, you wouldn't get shoot out of it.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
But you have to be real careful and find the station that sells the mineral and the metals, and don't be fooled.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to be out there mining your butt off. Or declining missions and losing reputation.
It helps knowing what what stations have that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to know. You just can't
Yeah.
say, I'm going there and do it. And trial and error, because,
Yeah.
I went over to see if I could buy it from this station, and you can. And then, like I said, I got a low-paying, I think it was $1 million for 26 tons to make sure it worked. That way, if it didn't, I'd just go out and mine it, no biggie.
Yeah.
And then when I seen it worked, it's like, okay, I can do this. But if you did that 10 times, that's $1 billion.
Hmm.
Or, no, 500 million.
Yep.
20 times it'll be $1 billion.
Oh, like,
And since I don't have nothing to do all day, I could actually earn 1 billion credits a day.
yeah. That's insane. But sure, if you wanted to.
10 days, I'd have 10 billion, and I could buy a courier and have enough to keep it going for a year or so.
Yeah. Although you don't want to carry her, I thought.
I don't want one to go out
In which
the
case
deep,
you have nothing. Yeah.
but to piddle around here doing stuff, it might be all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might just throw all of my ships on her carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to go out to the crystal shards and.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, instead of taking you 45 minutes to an hour to get there, we'd be there in 20 minutes. Mine it.
Yep.
Everybody load up, and I bring us back. And I'm making sure I got my raw materials. There's no way until I can figure out their little FSS, I'm going to try to mine raw materials. Oh, God. Or their
Well, the
DSS.
crystal sites are still going to
We don't
exist.
know that for a fact.
They're not going to remove the crystal sites from the game.
Keep saying that, Philip, and maybe it'll come true. Engage.
Preparing to fold space.
You never know.
If they change how they're presented, you may never find them again.
4, 3, 2.
This is the lead where people find things that are supposed to be mysteries in like the first hour of it being in the game. I'm
And they
sure
have 3
someone
to
will
400
find it
people helping them. Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
And they still haven't found Raxla?
Fuel
yeah, I
scoping.
know. But there's no way the crystals would
And they
be
still
that
haven't
hard.
found all the capital ships and the mega ships.
Well,
So, you know.
while there's supposed to be a couple hundred of them, there's no telling how many of them still actually exist. Come on,
Warning,
at least half
temperature
of them
critical.
probably got destroyed.
Fuel
Wait.
scoping complete.
You'd find debris.
You would hope, but 200 years of like debris or whatnot, or 300 actually. It's they started at the end of the 21st,
How
right?
old is the pyramids?
Yes. Thousands upon thousands of
Yeah.
years old.
There's still garbage on the
System
moon
scan
that's
complete.
crashed there. So,
Yeah.
you know, come on. Give me a break.
Engage.
Frame shift drive.
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Okay, no asteroid belt. Fine. The system looks
4,
interesting too.
3, 2, 1.
I also forgot to tell you that you also want to go into your nav panel every once in a while and look and make sure that everything's been explored and has something on it, and that you don't have any unexplored things
Fuel
there,
scoping.
Yeah.
because you never know. It may be unexplored, but there's no signal for it.
Yeah, that's true. Some of the signal sources that orbit planets won't show up
Fuel
until you
scoping complete.
identify
Yeah.
the planet.
You can half-ass go into a system and scan for just asteroids and everything, but what are you missing?
able to scan them individually.
They'd be invisible because you shouldn't differentiate them from the planet until you filter the planet out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But you would still see the signal, the high signal source.
No.
FSS.
No, it would be overlaid by the planet, so you wouldn't see it.
No, it would still show up. You just couldn't scan it. I've
System
seen it
scan complete.
before.
And then there's also ones that are close enough into the planet that you don't see until you FSS and can filter the planet out.
Okay.
Been there, done that. Chose not to write the book because there wasn't enough money in it. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Charging
activated.
FTL.
What the hell is that?
4,
Go look.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's what I'm hearing. What the hell that is?
It is a station. Okay. It's called No Moon? What kind of station names themselves No Moon?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical.
I'm just waiting till the board pops me 4 wing missions, 50 million apiece, and I only have to have 200 tons per one.
Yeah,
I
good
have
luck with
seen it.
that. Yeah. Recently?
Yeah,
Or before they nerfed everything?
recently. I just delivered 204 tons of gold for 50 million, so come on.
Yeah.
Unlike you, I do my research and study and look and study and research and look and study before
System
I ever
scan
try this stuff.
complete.
That way I
Engage.
don't fail. That way I don't have to
Spooling
abandon
FTL
the
engines
mission,
and preparing
or I
for
don't
jump.
know what the hell I'm supposed to do in the mission.
Four, three, two, one.
And what I like about it is you got 6 days to complete them.
That's even better. Because then you can just drop off in the middle and go do something else if you have to.
Yeah. Or wait till the board
Fuel
flips or
scooping.
something else happens good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the start that's
Warning.
supposed to be here.
Temperature
How do you
critical.
know?
Fuel scooping complete.
Well, the color coding said it was like a white dwarf, and well, that doesn't look like a white dwarf to me.
I think you're a little on the colorblind side, actually.
It's a F. And no asteroid belt. Or big planet for anything to hide it. She's purple.
At home in the strange, where the beer and the cantaloupe play.
Spice. That's it.
Oh, long time sufferer. There once was a madman who lived in a cell.
Ship.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one.
You know what I like about this?
Hmm?
This is considered training. Oh, and I noticed on
Fuel scoping.
Inara,
System scan complete.
Yeah.
I believe that's where our engineers are listed.
Yep.
They got 2 new elite ranks
Fuel
on
scoping
there.
complete.
Mercenary
Temperature critical.
and
Yep.
whatever you call it, the alien life form shit.
Exobiologist or exo something or other.
But it's listed on Inara now, like underneath your commander's name,
Nice.
where it shows all your eliteness.
Engage.
It
Frameshift
shows
drive.
Preparing for jump.
categories.
Four, three, two, one.
And I don't know, I don't see how the elite could nurse this because
Warning.
you're just
Frameshift
training.
drive operating beyond
Yeah.
Oh,
safety
whoa, whoa,
limits.
Whew.
Don't give them ideas.
What can you do, Betty?
I almost got thrown into the star.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating
What, the neutron
beyond
star?
safety limits.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive
Don't do
supercharged.
that.
Oh, it flipped me around backwards. I barely got out of the stream. Oh, boy. I went into that one just wrong.
That would have ended your mission real quick.
No, I could have e-stopped, but it would have been a royal pain. Of course, I might have also tried to fight it all the way to the end and ended up in the star. But it,
Oh no! And then you'd have been back at the carrier.
yeah.
That would have been a witch.
Yeah.
Maybe you were missing your carriers all that much.
Nope. Do 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 do. Bark 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 bark. Ooh, what have we here? Ah, just a water world.
What I
System
like
scan
about it,
complete.
Hmm? What's that?
Like the grade 5 materials, like 45 units of cobalt, you get 5 modified embedded firmware, which is grade 5.
Yep.
And you just go over and buy 45 units, come back, you get 3 million, and then let's see, what is it?
Galaxy map.
Well, I guess you get 1 million at
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
the 5, but you're still making money, and you're guessing getting
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Stuff. Goodies. Get it, goodies. All right.
You know, when Odyssey does it, none of us
Galaxy
are going
map.
to be
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
in the bubble for a while. We'll be too busy outside going to systems we have
You may
marked
be. I'm not going nowhere.
to set foot on. So what are you going to do when Odyssey comes out then?
Make credits.
Credits?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so the same thing you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just needed
Because
to
first
confirm
football don't
that.
mean no shit to me. Just like first discovery. I mean, I've already done it. Woo.
I thought you used to love discovering.
Only reason why I like discovering planets that nobody else explored was the credits. Not because the planet was there.
Okay.
Not everybody needs to have their name on everything first.
You know, sometimes I hate the fact that neutron stars are that peculiar, very light blue. It's hard to see in the damn map.
How do you know it's not just refusing to show up on the map at all?
Because when I get close enough to one, I can actually see it.
Specifically in the region you're at, by the way.
There's just not as many of them out here for some reason. Oh, wait, was that
Yeah,
one?
there's that issue too.
I saw it. Now, where is
You
it?
were in the same spot, but on the right side of the galactic core. The neutron stars are literally everywhere. You would be running into them without even trying to.
Really?
Yes. You should look back to the stream I did when I was leaving the Cossack Nebula and doing my loop around the galaxy.
Until you've been on the other side of Sagittarius A as far out
I
as Trace
was.
has, then come back and talk to me.
He was 10,000 light years farther back than me.
No, he was a lot further than that. I seen your trail. You just went up past Sagittarius and made a big circle back to Colonia. Where Trace Carrier is parked, there's only one more section, and then there is nothing. That is a whole lot further than Sagittarius A.
I was farther than Sagittarius A, though. I was 2 quadrants past Sagittarius A.
And you were 3 quadrants from the edge of the galaxy, or at the end of the galaxy.
I was 2 actually. I was in this quadrant.
Well, I'll go back and I'll find the stream because it was right after the community thingy bobber, and me and Trace got on the carrier going to Colonia, so I know about the date. And I'll go back and line a look because I watched you.
Actually, where I was, it's not far from where Trace is right now. He's a few thousand light years farther out than I was, but yeah.
You say a few thousand, but when in actual comparison, that's like 30 or 30,000.
I wish you can point. I wish you can plot your own damn courses in this manually without some automated plotting assistant.
But I will go back and look at your stream.
I was like
Because
here,
I watched it.
because I remember I crossed over into here.
Galaxy map.
Here.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
No, I zoomed in so you can see it.
I'm not even
was
looking.
in Newton's vault, which is where Trace is right now, except he's further back than I was.
Yeah, because I sent you to the carrier here.
Yeah.
There's a carrier southeast of where I'm at that I sent you to. Otherwise, you wouldn't even have gotten into Newton's vault, I don't think.
No, I was in Newton's vault already. That's why you gave me.
Did you send him to the unicorn or the
carrier.
other one?
No, the other one, the one I don't have a bookmark for. Because it was closer. Engage.
That's why you
Preparing for
sent
jump.
me it, because I was damaged, remember?
Yep, I sent you 5,000 light years further than you planned on going. Yep.
It wasn't that far.
Mm-hmm.
It was like.
When I plotted it to you, it was 5,000 light years, which was the closest thing to you. With that jump ship you had, that really wasn't that many jumps, but
Are you sure it was that far? I thought
yes, it was.
so many carriers, they're closer than that. I
They're-
thought it was more like 3.
No, there are no DSSA carriers that are less than 10,000 light years apart. But that means you're usually within 5,000 light years of one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you sent me 3,000, not 5,000, but
No, it was 5.
never. Okay.
Well, you're on your way to Colonia to meet up with us to get on the carrier back home from Colonia. So he could have sent you
Yeah, but
3,000
I'm
light years
nowhere
closer
near
because I think he
Colonia
had to
at
look
the-
the carrier up, and it's not the 2 that we use coming from his carrier.
Yeah, because it was closer. The Unicorn's Rest was another 5,000 beyond that. It's in a different direction.
Rest is closer to the galactic core, if I recall.
No, this one was closer. The one I sent you to was due east of the Unicorn's Rest.
Yeah.
It was 10,000 light years east of the Unicorn's Rest. So it was closer.
Rest is the last one you take to get to the bubble, isn't it?
No, that's the Enigma.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No.
I was.
Enigma is the last one you stop at before you go into Colonia. There's
That's what.
another one out between Colonia and the bubble that we stopped in.
Right, but I thought Philip was talking going to Colonia. Maybe I misheard him.
No, I was talking about heading from Colonia back to the bubble.
Oh no, there's another one.
Oh, okay.
That is. I'd have to go to the galaxy map to find it.
Well,
Yeah.
don't. We're just spitballing here. No need to waste time on that.
And I have that one bookmarked, and I'm planning on hitting it on the way home.
We have 2 asteroid belts.
Paradox.
Paradox.
Oh, okay.
Is it IGAU paradox.
Yep.
Or GAU paradox.
Are you kidding me? 7 entry points? 1 second. See if that's not both of them combined.
System scan.
Oh, you talking asteroid clusters when you saying entry points? Okay. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Okay, it's clusters.
Well, it's one belt.
It's one belt, but there's clusters of asteroids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen an asteroid belt with 15 with 15 clusters. So that's not
Entry points because each cluster is different.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them have as little as one asteroid. Some of them have a few more than that.
I've seen that before. It's
Engage.
hilarious.
Frame shift.
Preparing for jump.
Charging.
Imagine if ships can actually interact with asteroids. What happens if someone destroys that single asteroid? The cluster
4, 3,
disappear.
2, 1.
First, you're going to destroy it. Well, I guess you
No,
could if you
I
silently
just-
charged it.
You can't anymore. Oh well.
Never could.
That's if you're allowed to.
I doubt they would have any explodable fissures on those, so
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to explode it.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning.
gonna cook the
Temperature
paint job
critical.
right off this ship.
That close to the
It just runs that hot.
center, huh?
Ship just runs that hot.
Oh, it's a courier. It's really not designed for this type of thing.
No, I kind of take it a little outside of its design envelope, but that's okay.
But it's true that you can do it if you
Mhm.
know what you're doing.
You can make any ship do whatever, but it's just they're going to
I
have
would
their
say it
course
depends on the
set.
commander because I've seen lots of people that can't even chew gum and tie their shoe and fly an anaconda.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frame shift drive.
Preparing for
charging.
warp.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Mr. Tries to do things to the ships and I go, no. Tank
Well,
doing
you
that.
were always the cautious one, so
Yeah.
you never know what you can do until you have to do it.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah.
Or you start asking the question, hey, I wonder if I can.
Yeah. Can this be done?
But I'm also one that doesn't have to rebuy their ship every time they turn around either. Just trying to get through the
Fuel
mail
scooping
slot.
complete.
Well, it's not like there's really that much to spend the credits on anyway.
Yeah. But I pride myself in not having to rebuy my ship. I've got my original Sidewinder that I started this game with.
Cool.
I don't even know how many times I blew that thing up.
I never blew up my original Sidewinder.
See, to me, the option, the point to the game is to fly your ship wherever and not lose it. Just like
Sure.
on foot,
Complete.
the option of the game is not to die.
But
Engage.
there's another aspect of the game.
Schooling
You want
FTL
to be
engines
able
and
to
preparing
try
for jump.
Stuff that is challenging, which, while not intentional, sometimes leads to your ship getting blown up.
4, 3,
like landing on the wrong pad? Yeah, okay.
No, like it landed on a moon that's in the corona of a star kind of thing.
Well, it's just like this. I crashed my cutter into an asteroid coming into a system. Yeah, I took damage, but I didn't blow my ship up.
I still don't know how you hit that thing.
I don't know. I literally tried to hit asteroid belt. It's not possible. She must have hit a bug or got it glitched or something. It works like when we're trying to crash into each other in super screws and super screws. You just zoom past it.
Oh my god.
You
Don't
cannot
cause me laugh
crash
when I'm
into
jumping in.
asteroid belt.
Lynn managed it.
She
Would
also
I like a
managed to
repeat?
teleport
No.
from one carrier to
System
another.
scan complete.
Yeah. That was funny.
Okay, so I don't want to hear it.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for jump.
Yeah, but the problem is, I still had my ship.
That's
You've bought
only
more
because
ships since you've been hanging around with me in trades, and I've seen anybody in here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, to be fair, in my early days, I went through quite a few ships.
No, I've seen since he's been in here with us.
Yeah.
Not saying that others don't. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I've not seen them.
First time they came out in community goals, I tried to do them in open.
Complete. Fuel scooping.
Oh no, that's the you're asking to be blown to pieces.
Yeah, and if one of these days I happen to be in one of my combat ships and see Commander Papadopoulos, I'm going to give him what for.
Yeah.
I hold a grudge.
Ouch.
Fuel
You
scoop
ever look at
disengaged.
TVs around?
Oh, I'm too far out to reach him now, but I don't even know if he still plays the game.
Fuel scooping complete.
But yeah, I have a list of 4 names that I look for.
Temperature critical.
If I see any of those 4, well,
The type of people who gank are usually not long for playing a game.
oh, I don't know about that.
They want to harass people, and then they get burned out because that's all they do is harass people.
No, they just wait for the new
Engage.
crop of commanders to be a pain in the
Frameshift
ass.
Preparing for jump.
charging. Four, three, two, one.
So I have a list of 4 names, and I have actually passed those on to certain other ganker hunters. Haven't heard whether anything came of it, but they have more valid targets.
Fuel scooping.
I heard rumors that you can pay Ezekiel and he'll go after them.
I don't have to pay him nothing. I can just tell him this commander here is bothering me or is making me mad. Okay.
Oh, at the same time, he really wants to hunt you too.
No, he just wants me to come out and fly.
Yeah, just fly. Sure. That's what a pirate wants you to do, just fly.
No, actually, Exegius likes Lynn. He's trying to get her to follow him around and help him. He's looking at Lynn as a partner.
Find his little group of pirates, and I tell them the pirating way is not my way. He said, but you can make billions. And I understand. Just goes against the grain of my upbringing. He's a good old guy, though.
He
If I
is.
have a question, I can pop over in his Discord, and he'll take time out and answer it, or he'll show me.
Yep.
He's also one of those pirates that if you drop cargo when he tells you to, he'll just take the target cargo.
Yeah. If you be smart and aleck to him, or like every once in a while, Zoltar gets belligerent, he'll just blow you up. He don't care. Then he'll collect all of your cargo.
System scan.
And your materials and everything else you drop. Engage.
Frame
Preparing for
shift drive
jump.
I met
charging.
pirates like that. Not in this game.
No, like you play in the other game.
Yeah, in uncharted waters you can actually lose what equates to model if you're unlucky. It's random, but you can actually lose more than just cargo. And I had a pirate get lucky and get like 2 of my things plus 3 mils in currency. And what he gave it back. I didn't even ask. I just figured it. Damn. Player pirates is such an issue in that game in certain areas, especially when waters become lawless.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not even reported to the bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, I guess if it's just grinding experience and stuff
Fuel
in
scooping
vain,
complete.
or infamy, I should say. So he gave me it back, plus 2 mil extra in credits.
Oh, well, that was nice of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, since usually they don't do that shit.
yeah. Pirates generally don't do that.
Snap, snap, snap.
What you do?
What happened?
I'm looking. Go, 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 go. Oh, come on, man.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frame shift
Preparing to
drive
fold
charging.
space.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And I also got surprisingly lucky in that match. Usually you lose maximum durability point. What? Yeah.
Maximum
the
what?
max will go down is maximum durability
Fuel
of
scooping.
the hull. You know that integrity standard that's kind of hidden in this game? Well, imagine the maximum of that going low, slightly lower, every time a ship gets destroyed. Eventually, it comes to buy a whole new ship because of it.
What
Fuel scooping
is he
complete.
talking about?
Warning.
The other game.
Critical.
Yeah, this game's easy and very forgiving compared to the other game.
I should go play the other game and go spend my entire time kicking his butt.
I'll help you if you want.
Nah, that's okay. I got too many games as is.
What game is he talking about?
Uncharted Waters Online.
Oh, Jesus. Give me a break.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frame shift
Spooling
drive
FTL
charging.
engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a pause.
Okie dokie.
System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charging.
FTL engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Spooling
charging.
FTL engines and preparing for
Sounds
jump.
like you're doing a lot of jumping.
Yep. Not a lot of neutron stars.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
And I haven't been able to string any neutron jumps more than one in a row, so
That's not good. They
yeah.
only have like 22 jump podium.
Yeah. So I haven't been using any of those either.
Well, I'm sure you have to make use of it sometimes.
Yeah, maybe.
Or why
Yes.
have it around?
Well, if I'm getting, neutron stars that are, a couple of jumps apart, I'll use it. But when they're, 9 and 10 jumps, or in this case, 20 some odd jumps in between, I'd use it all up at once. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
warp.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Considering, it saves you a jump, but it takes you a jump's worth of time to,
Yeah, to select it and everything.
yeah, so, time-wise, you're not saving a whole lot other than the fact that you're not scanning the next system.
Fuel scoping.
Which, depending on the system, that could be a smart move. There's some systems that take like 30 minutes just to scan,
Hmm.
and that's not even exploring anything.
Yep.
That's 7 on the first asteroid boat. I have a feeling I'm still too close to Seoul.
Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing for
charging.
jump.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Engage. Engage.
Frameshift drive
Preparing to
charging.
fold space.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. System scan complete.
Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing for
drive
war.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical.
Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Charging FTL.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
What's that, as in something wrong is happening, or is that you clearing your throat?
I'm coughing and trying to swallow it so it doesn't get up on the mic because both of my hands are busy and I wasn't able to mute the mic.
Warning. Temperature
Oh, okay.
critical. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I say this is very profitable. It wasn't as much as, the mining we did before the courier came out.
Mm-hmm.
System scan complete.
Sounds like it, yeah. Engage.
Frameshift
Preparing to
drive
fold
charging.
space.
And see if you were doing this as a wing
3, 2,
mission.
You can stack up a fair number of them and go to town.
Right. Yep. Is that asteroid belt inside the exclusion zone of the star?
It happens. That's how Lynn got in trouble.
It's insanely close to the brown dwarf.
Fuel scooping.
Mm-hmm.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
I'm an Oscar Mayer wiener. My dashboard's caught on fire.
What? Don't choose to get into that mode.
Nah. I just trying to make it come on along, get the song to work, and it didn't. But I'm certainly getting a lot of smoke off my dashboard. That's for sure.
System scan complete.
Otherwise, you'd be the one that burnt the marshmallows.
Yeah. I love burnt marshmallows. Engage.
Frameshift drive.
Charging FTL.
Yeah, but I don't like them totally black.
Oh no! Usually, half of them I'll just light them up and let them go. The other half I'll brown,
3,
but
2, 1.
pretty much half of them I charcoal, and I like them that way.
To each their own.
System scan complete.
Gas station! Gas station! Get your gas here!
Self-service only.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
This almost reminds me of like your Robigo run.
Yeah,
Back.
back and forth, back and forth. One jump and profit. Yeah, engage.
Frameshift
I don't know
drive.
what you're
Charging
making on your
FTL.
passengers. If it was 50 million a trip or...
Oh, I don't know. It was because you could. They're only a few mil a piece, but you stack them up. So I'm not even sure how much I was getting per run.
2, 1.
That's 20 missions, so.
Yeah.
Curious to see which one would pay the most. And I'm getting, even though I don't need it, I'm getting Fed rank plus Buku credits.
Yeah, I've been thinking of going back down and doing Robigo runs just to get the Empire rank off them. Finish off.
I'm sure you could do this, what I'm doing here in a federal
Temperature critical. Fuel
system.
complete.
You just have to hop around till you found a good system that had a lot of mining missions, and then find one that's selling the minerals and the metals that's close by.
Yep. Jump and go.
Yeah. It took me, I don't know, about an hour scouting around in the DBX because I thought, well, Shinrana probably ain't best to start with. So, I went off and tried, and none of the other places were very good. So I came back to Shinrana and got to looking at it. I thought, well, holy hell, it was right here all the time. But tomorrow I may go down. Tomorrow night, if we play Horizons, I may go down and try to find an Empire station that does the same thing.
That would be nice for me right now because I need the.
Even if you didn't want to do the 50 million, I mean, some of these are like 5 rep
Yeah.
and then 30 million.
Yeah, which would be perfect since I need. I'd like to finish off the Empire.
Yeah, you don't even have a cutter yet, right? On your duck?
Oh, I'm not talking about the duck. I mean, I want to finish getting Trice to King.
Oh, I thought Trace had both King and Admiral.
No, Admiral, no King.
Oh, okay.
I've got both. Let's see, what do I need to buy here? Galite.
And Oscar Mayer Wiener. Gotta have the Wiener roast. Have you seen those nutcases over in Iceland roasting hot dogs and sausages on the lava flow?
Speaking about volcanoes,
Yep.
did you see where the St. Virgin,
Oh God, St. Vincent, yeah.
and did you see where Mauna Lea is
Mauna-
blowing her little top?
Mauna Loa's blowing her top, Kilauea's blowing her top.
Yeah. Iceland. There's another one, but I can't pronounce his name and I can't remember.
In the past month, 54 volcanoes have started erupting.
Wow.
The Earth is ringing like a bell.
Yeah. And I don't think I have
Oddly
anything.
enough, I haven't heard of any major earthquakes happening, though.
You should see the Yeah. Let me put it to you this way. There was, before the Iceland volcano went off, there were something like 5,450 earthquakes in a month there.
Yeah, but what magnitude are
It
we
doesn't have
talking
to
about?
be very big if it cracks the crust.
Yeah. I think the biggest was around 4.5. So I think that.
Lava isn't the best building material to build anything on.
Engage.
Preparing to fold space.
Charging.
Southern California in the past 2 months, in there's the little valley down towards the south, that had an incredible earthquake storm.
2, 1.
Hundreds and hundreds of earthquakes.
Yeah. And see, that's the way Hawaii was. It had all them earthquakes. at Kilauea, and then it drained out the lava pool in Kilauea that went to the outside of the island and popped back up through some fissures. And now Kilauea is filling back up and pooching out and not too far from running over the side.
Mm-hmm. So the big island of Hawaii has both of its volcanoes going.
They still do.
Wow.
Yeah, Kilauea and Mauna Loa are both on the big island. Not only that, but I think Kauai was going again too, which is, yeah, or at least showing signs of going.
Mount St. Helens and Yosemite Sam stays quiet. Rainer, Mount Rainer.
Oh,
Yosemite
if-
Sam is so far. It's so overdue to
System
erupt.
scan complete.
What?
It's not even funny.
not Yosemite. No, it's Yellowstone that's ready to erupt.
Oh, okay, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, we're right in the middle of the 600-year time frame where it normally goes. It's been a very, very regular. You could almost set your geological clock by it. It's been so regular. It goes off every 600,000 years,
Yep, on the dot.
and we're in the middle of the 600 years. That's right at its range.
Yeah, but we've also had men messing with it too, drilling down there to see if they could capture the steam to make electricity and stuff. So there's no telling what they did to that time frame.
Yeah, I know. Engage.
Frame shift drive.
Preparing for
That's
war.
something you guys shouldn't really be messing
I
with.
know, you shouldn't be messing with that stuff.
On an abandoned island somewhere? Fantastic.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
explore
sure.
away, experiment, do whatever.
Yeah.
3, 2,
But in the middle of the country?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mount
I don't think they'll solve, it will cover the entire country.
Yeah, they're thinking Mount St. Helens is going to go again within the next 50 years as well. And Renier's overdue, and that's the end of Seattle if that goes.
system scan complete.
I just can't wait for what is it?
Oh, the San Andreas?
The fault line to crack open.
Warning.
They were worried about that with that earthquake storm they had in Southern California. If that reflects up the fault line, it kicks the San Andreas hard.
Yep. Over in Nevada, there's a valley over there in the Military Institute where they hide all their military bombs.
Engage. Yep.
Frame shift drive.
Spooling FTL engines and
That
preparing
had
for
that,
jump.
what was it, 6 point something that had some people trapped and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what I find is really weird, usually if you do some inside research, you'll find there's a geothermal plant there that they're drilling into some of those fault lines and stuff. And I'm sitting here going, I wonder if that had anything to do with this thing.
Those are supposed to relieve the pressure, but, you know, if you screw up.
Well, it's volcanic eruption they're blasting that steam into. It's not going to crack exactly where they want it to crack.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
10 clusters in this asteroid belt.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
But right now there are more active volcanoes erupting than at any point within recorded history.
Yep.
Not geologic history, but recorded history.
System scan complete. complete.
Yeah, because of course geologic history, it would be. There's been worse times.
Oh, much worse. I mean, this is just
Yeah.
is piddly compared to some of the
Yeah.
vault.
When the Earth was
Engage.
originally forming,
Frame
the
shift
whole
drive.
thing was
Preparing for
nothing
war.
but
Well, yeah, but they don't count that because I mean they waited. You know, they only count until after it's settled down. But even so, I mean it's back in the geologic record in.
3, 2, 1.
I mean, this isn't too much, but still, it's more than we as humanity are used to.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That one, what was it, back in the 50s? That rocked Alaska and destroyed a lot of Alaska, that coastal city.
Fuel scooping.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
That was a pretty good eruption, but the thing is, the thing they've been looking at, yeah, 450 volcanoes erupting in a month.
Warning.
That's a bit much.
Critical.
Yep.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's equivalent
So much
to
for climate
one
change.
super volcano going off almost.
Oh no, not even close to one. Maybe a 100th of one going off. If Yellowstone goes off,
Yeah. That's half the planet probably completely unlivable and a nice age for the rest of the planet.
maybe they don't really know. But the last time Yellowstone went off, there was a half an inch of ash in Boston, Massachusetts.
Here is what was known as Oklahoma.
System scan
Yeah.
complete.
So, yeah, that's a big boy. Engage.
Preparing to fold
Since
space.
I would never want to live on that side of the country. And not only that, there's also a bunch of other volcanoes out there, just under the sea.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think there ain't on the Appalachian
Right on
coast,
the
Dave?
California coast.
1.
Then there's another one.
There's fault
over
lines running
in,
through your state. No,
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah,
they're not
mostly dormant.
dormant means that it's silent for now. Doesn't mean they'll stay silent forever.
There was an earthquake a few years ago. It was so mild I didn't even realize it was an earthquake. The only hint that it was my desk weird. The opposite way the wheels are angled.
Temperature critical.
So that's how I
Fuel
knew it
scooping
was
complete.
actually an earthquake. 'Cause, well, physics.
Well, the
One year and it shook hard enough. It was when I went to sleep. It shook hard enough that I thought somebody was at the foot of the bed shaking the bed to wake me up. It's like, I woke up and says, "What do you want?" And I looked down at the foot of the bed, but there was nobody there. And it's like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden I heard I have a crystal lamp that has little crystal dingies down the bottom of my bed, and I heard them go ding, 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 ding. And I thought, what in the living world?
Mm-hmm.
Then my son comes running in, and he says, Mom, we're having an earthquake. I said, He said, no, we are.
You call this an earthquake?
It moved,
System
made the
scan
pictures on the wall crooked, and it about shuffled
did
stuff
it?
off my TV entertainment
Oh,
center,
okay.
yeah.
Apartment I used to live in drove me nuts. Every couple of weeks, the lower right-hand corner of the glass would crack.
What would every once in a while?
The lower corner of the glass in the window. Every couple of weeks. One of the best seismometers you've ever seen, although you have to get the glass replaced every time.
Yeah.
We've got, I mean, literally here where I am in southern New Hampshire, we've literally got and on average, one a week.
Oh, okay.
You never feel them. It's just the way that window was set in the glass pane. Anything over like a quarter of a point of earthquake would crack it.
Then it's not really a window. It's just a plain piece of glass.
What?
No, it's just the way the frame was set in the window.
Oh, okay.
And whenever the ground would shake even the minutest amount. Bang! It would crack, and always in exactly the same place.
That's horrible.
I had maintenance at that building so many times.
They probably said, "You're doing this on purpose."
No, it was a history of it in that apartment. They're the ones that told me what it was.
And there's another thing. Just because some country or us is a 7.4
Engage.
earthquake,
Charging
it
FTL.
depends on the depth of it if you're going to get any destruction on the surface.
Yep.
The deeper it is, the less likely you are. The shallower it is, the more chances are people are going to be in trouble.
Yep.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That I just described to you was a 5 point, I think it was 5.11 or 6.1, close like that. And the only reason why, and it happened in the center of Oklahoma, the only reason why I felt it.
It's shallow.
Oh, okay.
Fuel scooping.
But hey, I don't know how far you live from the coast, Phil, but so, you know.
I'm pretty far, about an hour and a half.
Did you experience
Fuel
Sandy?
scooping complete.
Yes, I did.
Temperature
Yeah,
critical.
so you're not safe either.
Nope. In fact, during Sandy, the apartment complex, the huge apartment complex I used to live in, like 90% of it was 6 feet underwater.
Oops.
Yeah.
So,
Because of, but that was largely because of not just the river nearby, but because of bad plumbing. Yeah,
bad
there's
plumbing.
very shoddy, what do you call it, sewers and stuff.
Oh no.
No, because when you have that much water coming in from 3 directions, it's going to fill the sewer up, and then it's going to start backing up to wherever the sewer is coming from.
Yeah, I know.
That's not shoddy. That's just overwhelming it with water.
Yeah. Nobody designs for a hurricane. Sorry, it's too expensive. It's cost less to clean up.
Wait a second. I
But
just
hell, even D.C. had an earthquake that cracked the damn national monument.
Yeah, I know.
wait. What's going on? There's no asteroids here.
Not every place is going to have an asteroid.
Oh, wait. There's no, I mean it jumps into what's called an asteroid cluster, and there is no, I found one. There's one very small asteroid, mind you, hovering over the star.
Yeah.
System scan.
Why are you amazed at this?
To be an asteroid.
Engage.
Oh, there's another one. even
Charging
smaller.
FTL.
That's the size of a house, though. That's not a real asteroid.
4, 3, 2.
What is a real
Definitely
asteroid?
not
You ever
something
seen one in
called a
person? You
cluster.
ever walk up and touch one?
No.
Okay. Some of them are bigger than a football field.
Yes.
And some of them are only as big as a car. You realize an asteroid the size of a car would wipe out New York?
Fuel
Oh, yes,
scooping.
I know that.
I'm still waiting for the aliens to land.
Fuel scooping complete.
No, they're too smart for that.
Engage. No, they'd nuke us from
Moving
orbit.
FTL engines and preparing
Kind
for
of a
jump.
white, like grayish ball of smoke. I don't know how to explain it.
somebody is core mining.
4,
Oh,
3,
really?
2,
Okay.
Or has been there in core mining. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Well, I guess you can blow apart asteroids there then.
Well, I don't know if it's that or it's you know, well, it has to be seismic charge to make that much dust.
Mm.
system scan.
I don't think
complete.
laser mining or
Fuel
subsurface
skipping.
would make that much.
Oh, definitely not. I see it was definitely something blown apart because I can
Warning,
see the
temperature
fragments,
critical. Fuel scooping complete.
and it's in the
Engage.
it's in the right that
Frameshift
doesn't
drive.
look
Charging
natural.
FTL.
Hey, Anthony!
Hi, Anthony. Hello.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I tell you, I'd just as soon not have an earthquake appear or happen anywhere near me.
Yeah, because even the best built homes is not going to stand up depending on how big it is.
Well, my neighborhood is built on top of a glacial sand moraine. I have 400 feet of sand below me.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just
wow.
sit
You're
there and
very
bury
good
you down in the ground.
Fuel scooping complete.
Anthony, earthquake did damage in Richland, Virginia. That damaged a bunch. Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
a pretty good one, yeah. Well, there was a,
The day I thought the wind was rocking my truck till my phone blew up. People asking me, "Did you feel that earthquake?" And he says, "Oh yeah."
yeah, well, there was, a few years back, there was a magnitude 3 in southern Maine. And I was in my house at the time. I believe it was on a weekend. And I had to grab the door frame of the door I was standing next to, because my house was rocking like a ship.
Oh, okay. Oh,
The sand moraine, hold on, Phil, let me finish. The
Okay.
sand moraine underneath my house had liquefied, and my house was literally floating on liquefied sand. And it was starting to sink. The street was basically what held me up through my driveway.
damn.
If it had lasted too much longer, the house would have gone down.
You don't understand when you vibrate sound like that, the water comes up. Not you, Trace, but Phil.
Yeah. Well, actually, the sand basically it acts like a liquid instead of a solid under that vibration.
Well,
Yeah,
how long
it will
has
also
the
bring
tank
up
been there?
liquids.
Yeah, I'll believe that, yeah. Not that there's any liquids, you know, if there's 400 feet of sand, there's no liquid beneath me. Just the sand became acting like a liquid when that happened. It was just like, oh my goodness.
How long has your building been there?
It was built in 55,
Oh, okay.
so it's been around a while.
That,
But-
that must have been a pretty strong earthquake then, because
No.
that many years, the sand should have bound to each other and cemented
No,
itself.
sand don't bind unless you heat it.
Yeah.
No, if packed together real tight, they bind.
Not when they get shook by an earthquake. It liquefies it.
Or more.
Anything will unsettle it.
Yeah. Engage.
Otherwise, your
Charging
foundation would be
FTL.
so doggone hard you wouldn't have any erosion. But you do.
Yeah. No, it just, sand, when you hit it with that type of waveform, just literally is no longer a solid. It's just a viscous liquid. How viscous depends on what frequency gets hit.
Or either way, it must have been a pretty big earthquake.
No, it was a
System scan complete.
magnitude 3, but it was shallow.
Warning. Frameshift
Okay.
You know you could take down a house
Frameshift
with a
drive
magnitude
fully
2
charged.
if it's only a few hundred feet deep.
Yep. That doesn't surprise me at all.
I told you, it doesn't matter how strong the earthquake is. The main thing is how deep was it.
Galaxy map?
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Well, in these modern days, most earthquakes have to be pretty deep
No.
because
Good
you
Lord.
have all this modern technology
Stop,
piled
stop,
all
stop. Don't prove yourself to be that silly.
Earthquake is not affected by anything humans have done.
like sewer and
D-
stuff.
Doesn't matter. When a tectonic plate decides to move, it moves. And there's not a damn thing anybody can do to affect whether or not it's going to move.
Oh yeah, I know it moves, but it's going to be pretty deep. I
No.
mean, the Titanic,
No.
the plates themselves are deep. What are you
Sure.
talking about?
But the fracture zones above them are not.
Good Lord, give me a freaking break. Have you ever been to a fracture? Have you been to a zone where you could actually see the tectonic plates?
Nope.
I have.
There aren't many places in America. There are a few, but
I can take you to California, Nevada, and Utah,
yeah,
Arizona.
Yeah.
New Hampshire, Maine.
Show you fault lines.
Engage.
Yes, I know.
Frameshift drive.
Preparing for
They
jump.
don't say there's not that many because there is.
There aren't that many.
In fact, right down one state west of you.
Like a localized area.
Fill up the entire Appalachian mountain chain.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
It's one gigantic set of fault lines.
There's one that runs right down the middle of Oklahoma. There's one that runs around through Arkansas, up through Missouri, up into Iowa. There's a whole bunch on the East Coast, and they still got a bunch of them over there.
That
They're
you
still
can
discovering.
see visually.
Yes. If you know what you're looking for, you can go take some hikes into the Appalachian Mountains, which really aren't more than a couple hours from you.
Good
And-
gravy.
And there are places where you can literally see earthquake shattered rocks where uplifts have happened.
Okay.
The thing is, when a plate moves, then everything above it tries to move. And so you may end up with a deep earthquake when the plate moves, and then over the next 5 or 10 years, you'll end up with shallower and shallower and shallower earthquakes until one happens basically within a couple hundred feet of the surface, where it like splits a gigantic shelf of rock in half and makes it move 4 feet. Happens all up and down the East Coast.
I know you don't watch this very frequently, Phil, so I'm going to cut you some slack. I watch earthquakes daily. I also see how deep they are. Like the one that hit in Teltepec, Mexico, was 135.5 kilometers deep.
That's pretty deep. Engage.
That is deep.
Preparing for jump.
Drive charging.
That's 83 miles deep.
Yeah.
Now the next one was 3.4 kilometers. That's 2 miles.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
And here's one, 5.0, 13, 10, 5, 2. They're all different depths.
Yes, I know.
It depends where the rock is where the rock fractures, and it can fracture right up to the surface. You can have ones occur right at the surface
Field scooping.
if that's where the rock cracks.
There are people like me who blew shit up in the ground to build footings that could fracture the rock too and cause a slight earthquake. That's the reason why when I did any kind of explosions,
Temperature critical.
I had to have 3 seismographs positioned so many feet away from what I was doing in order to record how bad I shook the ground.
Okay.
So, you know, I do know what I'm talking about because I've actually had to read and set up seismographs and stuff. So, you know, stop.
Fuel scooping.
Really, though, if you have to worry about setting off an earthquake because of explosives,
Everyone who runs explosives have to.
setting off explosions.
No.
Begin with that.
Temperature critical.
Just saying.
Fuel
And you
scooping
shouldn't
complete.
open your mouth to prove to everybody how stupid you actually are.
You know, Philip, there's a saying: when you're in over your head, stop digging.
If you keep
But
on them,
there's
they're
nothing
loaning you a
big,
track
she's
hose
the
so
one
you can dig deeper
claiming
and
she
faster
was
so we can...
No, she's doing the exactly what the procedures tell you to do every time you blow explosives. And everyone who does construction, who handles explosives, has to do the same damn thing.
Procedure for it doesn't mean you should be doing it. If you need to be worried about possibly setting off an earthquake, you shouldn't be setting off explosions to begin.
Well,
Anyway,
then you tell that to all the itty-bitty people out there who wants bridges so they can get from one side of the lake to the other side of the lake, or they want to get across town, or how about the buildings? A lot of them, they blew up holes so they could put
for
down support
thousands of
structures.
years,
So,
people
you know what?
used to make
Just shut
bridges,
up. You don't
roads,
know what the hell you're talking about. You're
and
blowing
everything.
smoke out your ass and looking like an idiot.
For thousands of years.
Philip, stop digging. You're talking to someone who built bridges for a freaking living, Philip.
And you know what? I bet the Romans built bridges that last longer than hers would. So, just saying.
That would be true, but that's not because of what she did. That's because we've lost the formula for Roman concrete, which was 1,000 times better than modern concrete.
No, we still got the formula. But the problem is that people don't want to use one of the ingredients to make the strongest concrete. And you know what that is? Blood.
Oh, really? Okay.
Look it up.
I will do that one of these days.
Roman buildings lasted longer, the bridges lasted longer because it was made with blood.
All the iron. Okay.
Figuratively, it was definitely made with blood.
No, it was actually
No.
made with blood.
There's no figurative. Engage.
Preparing to fold space.
And not only that, but Romans were only building a 10-foot by 4-foot wide bridge across the little gully. We're talking building 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile long bridges.
They built the big bridges.
Nothing like we build today.
They also created cement that sets underwater, too.
Yeah, I poured bridges underwater for 19 years of my working career,
System
so
scan
what?
complete. Fuel scooping.
But they didn't build it underwater. They built them a dike around it where they were on dry ground when they poured the concrete.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's how much you know. Shame on you, Anthony.
You don't want to know. Engage.
Frame shift drive.
Preparing to
Well,
fold
it's
space.
Anthony, so, I mean, that's a given.
Watch it, 'cause I don't think you want him after your butt because you wouldn't stand a chance in hell.
Against Anthony?
Yeah.
4, 3,
Oh,
2,
But you do give the pure definition of you can't fix stupid.
I'm sorry, I don't dance around recklessly with the
I wasn't
explosive.
dancing around
If I
recklessly
like.
either. Do you really want to know why part of the seismic part came idiots like you that would be 5 miles away had a bad water well in the first place, and then they hear it and they know that I'm getting ready to set off charges, and then they come with a bogus claim that I fractured the side of their well, so we have to replace their well. Well, if I put my seismograph machine a half a mile or a mile from where I'm blowing up and it doesn't even move the needle, then I can take stupid to court and beat him. Well, you mean to tell me that I could have said that about 20 minutes ago and stopped this whole conversation? Jeez.
I still say if you need a seismograph to...
You don't. You need it to prevent lawsuits from people who are trying to get you to pay for their own fuck-ups.
Right. People like you that have no clue how this shit
System
works.
scan complete.
And what do you do for a living there, Phil?
None of your business.
Yeah.
My life sucks.
You probably live in a basement with Mom and Dad.
No, definitely not, thank God.
That's probably what they say for sure.
Alrighty. Well, it is 10 o'clock.
So it is.
So it's time to bring this episode of I don't know what the hell this is to a close. Anyway,
Go ahead and say it. You want to for free.
no, I actually don't know what to call it because I'm going along here and I'm making a lot of. How far did I go tonight? Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Not as far as you wanted to, because I have a feeling you'd stop jumping when me and Lynn were at it.
No, I kept jumping.
He ain't gonna let your
I
stupidness slow him
didn't
down.
hear him say engage.
He probably got a lot more done because he wasn't trying to figure out what the hell you were saying.
So let's see. I got 1,500 light years tonight because I didn't have all that many neutron stars.
Oh, it's going to take you a long time to get back to the bubble at this rate.
Well, it took me a long time to get out here, and this is the rate it took. This is actually faster going back than I was heading out.
Okay.
I'm getting another 500 light years a night faster than I was averaging on the way out. Yeah, it's funny how that 5 straightens things out. Just 5 extra light years of jump range really straightens my course out. I just can't wait till I get a little closer back in and get more neutron stars. This is kind of annoying. Yeah, I know you didn't start at this time, Anthony. You're just trying to foster it some more.
Vandals, flames.
Oh yes, Anthony loves to fan the flames.
No.
He does his best to incite discord, even when he's not actually flying with us. But hey, he likes that. That's his thing. So, at any rate,
His coworkers.
yeah,
At least it's still less annoying than griefers in open.
well, you got his coworker to fall out of his chair, I think.
That's awesome.
At any rate, like I said, it's 10 o'clock. It's my bedtime. I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you along. Camille and Anthony, thank you very much for joining us in the stream. And Philip and Lynn, thank you very much for joining me in the wing. So we will pick this up again back in Horizons. I don't think I'll be going back into Odyssey until Phase 4, so we're going to be on Horizons for most of this week, trying to get my commander back home. Pick it up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Trace Majestus, signing out.